People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up.
Albert Einstein said that imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions.
Don't waste your time reading one of Cal Newport's most popular books. So Good They Can't Ignore You is a slap in the face at building a life of meaning and fulfillment. Consistently through the book, Cal Newport advises you to prolong your suffering, building skills that you couldn't care less about in order to one day have enough power in your organization to take more than 3 vacation days a year. Give me a break. When I first read it in college, it crushed my motivation to follow my passions. I had to stop reading it because of how heavily I disagreed with the thesis. I revisited it recently and decided to give it another chance to see if there was anything Cal had to say which carried some substance. In this video, I'm going to cover 3 pieces of advice that Cal Newport gives which will set you up for a miserable career. If you stick around until the end, you'll see that 2 of Cal's points may actually put you on the path of achieving a passion-fueled career. That is, only if you have the right system in place to execute on his advice. If you're new to the channel, my name is Mason, and here at Science, our goal is to help you find fulfilling careers by connecting you with your passions. I'm going to start the video today with some rebuttals against Cal's work. Whether you've read the book or not, I intend to give you enough context to Cal's takes so that you can make your own opinion on whether you agree with him or myself. Let me know down in the comments below if you agree more with Cal or myself throughout this video. One of the main claims of Cal Newport is that passion alone does not bring career success and fulfillment. He argues that if you intend to follow your bliss, you may put yourself in a position where you're overworked, making suboptimal pay, and lack a feeling of achievement. Although this might be the case, what he fails to realize is the current conditions of corporate America. This book was written over a decade ago, so maybe Cal's opinions would change now. Everywhere you look, there appears to be people burnt out, suffering from unfulfilling careers. I've experienced this in my own life recently in my last corporate job. I was disconnected from my passions, forced to build skills that I couldn't care less about. Without a foundation of passion in my work, it was difficult for me to see the point. I lost hope and started experiencing the side effects of burnout quickly. Not only was I unproductive at work, but it bled over in my personal life, where I felt less motivated to work on the projects that I previously got fulfillment from. Transition to today, where I'm dedicating my time to software development and this YouTube channel, and it's a much different story. I'm making much less money than I did in corporate America, but I enjoy what I do each and every day. I built my new career off the foundation of my passions, and it's helped me greatly in staying energized throughout my days. I would agree with Cal Newport that passion is not enough for fulfillment, but it is a prerequisite. Once you build that base of passion, you can work your way into a position where you acquire the other aspects of a career which increases your likelihood of fulfillment. More on that later in the video though. If you feel stuck in a corporate role where you're disconnected from your passions and are quickly burning out, I highly recommend that you watch our video on reverse engineering burnout. In this video, I cover the 3 main characteristics of burnout and give you actionable advice on reducing the symptoms of it in your current life. Another rebuttal that I have with this book comes in the topic of the Craftsman mindset. Cal consistently argues that you should focus on skill development solely determined by the value of said skill. Whatever you identify as valuable, high-leverage skills, you should invest the time into mastering, as it will increase your worth in the marketplace. Although on paper this sounds like good advice, in practice I disagree. The reason I believe that you should take this advice with a grain of salt is because of the potential of building a skill that you hate. Sure, you can make 6 figures a year doing simulation molding for aerodynamics, but if you hate everything related to the simulation software, you're going to be miserable in that role. What's the point of building these highly valued skills if you don't enjoy your time while working on them? I've seen this especially true in my own life with entrepreneurship. In the creation of my first software product, I didn't have the funds for a software development team. I had to learn how to code myself. One of the most challenging aspects about building the career AI software was the front-end development. It was painful for me to learn this skill and knew quickly that it was not something that I wanted long-term. Because the project was connected to my passions, I was able to see the light at the end of the tunnel and get the work done. But if you told me I could be working at a large software firm doing front-end development and making 6 figures, I wouldn't be willing to do it. I now have the skill developed, but it would not be worth the pain and suffering to exercise this skill each and every day at work. Newport is correct in his premise that you need to build skills in order to be valuable in the workplace, but he fails to recognize that these skills must provide you with some sort of positive emotion in order for you to stay engaged with them. If not, you'll burn out and fall back into the trap of low career fulfillment. The final disagreement I'll leverage against Cal is his concept of career capital. This builds off the previous point, as Cal claims career capital is rare and valuable skills that you possess. It's your worth in the marketplace. An employer will see that you can code, know Excel macros, and have good people skills. With all these unique and valuable skills in your pocket, you can make more money and have more autonomy in your new role. This is great in theory, but again doesn't hold up in practice. I'm reminded of one of the books that I read called The Tools. The author Barry Michaels recalls his career as a lawyer prior to becoming a psychologist. Barry had all the career capital you could ever dream of in the world of law. However, he was deeply unfulfilled. He dearly desired to help people through therapy and counseling, and felt like a walking zombie in his role as a lawyer. After making the switch into a profession he knew nothing about and had zero prerequisites, he was able to rebuild his career capital and establish a successful career of fulfillment. Like most of his book, Cal is right on track. He clearly has a thought about this topic, and I don't want to discredit him too much. All I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't fall victim to convincing yourself to stay in a miserable job because you spent so much of your life building the skills in that domain. You can be like Barry Michaels and do a complete career 180 to realign with your passions and true purpose. Not everything Cal says should be discredited. I particularly was a fan of 2 sections of his book, where he talked about what it takes to build a better career. The issue is, it wasn't clear to me how one should go about engaging in these suggested strategies. Cal argues that you need to consistently push yourself and seek new challenges to build new skills. Hammering home on one of the book themes, this makes perfect sense. You're not going to outcompete others in getting a new job if you don't have any unique skills that differentiate you. Spending time outside of your current job to build new skills deliberately will allow you to learn far greater than others. The key word is deliberately. With a structure in place, you'll do your best work. Proper planning is key, but for many of us, this is easier said than done. We all have busy schedules and don't know how to make the most of the limited time that we do have. This was something that I consistently struggled with when I started the brand Science. There was so much to do with so little time, and I got overwhelmed with what actions would yield the greatest fruit. That's why I created an algorithm which takes my goal and provides me with actionable steps each day on how to achieve said goal. This helped me so much that I decided to expand this into a complete tool for career fulfillment. The new and improved Career AI software takes you through the process of finding new passions, presenting potential careers which align with them, and ultimately delivers the step-by-step tasks on how to build the skills which increase your chances of achieving a fulfilling career. This software takes everything that Cal talks about in the book and makes it actionable. It overcomes the pitfalls of his advice by ensuring the skills that you're creating are connected with your true passions. And not only that, but it gives crystal clear direction on how to best spend your time building these skills. If you're interested in trying out the Career AI software for free, head over to science.com and get started today. The final tip that Cal gives, which I agree with, is the importance of experimentation. He really argues against quitting your job today and pursuing a vague passion which you hope morphs into a new career. He's a big supporter of systematic experimentation of career possibilities until you're confident that the new career is right for you. This sounds great in theory, but how does one engage in this experimentation? As Science, this Career AI tool will help you accelerate you on the path of building skills aligned with your emerging passions. It's a perfect tool for experimentation with new skills which all connect with your underlying passions. We take all the guesswork out of the skill building process as our AI algorithms provide you with exactly what you have to do each day. Simply input the amount of time that you can commit and you'll be delivered the exact actions that you can make. And just like Cal says, if you find out that you're no longer interested in that skill, no big deal. Simply fill out the survey again, select a new career, and begin developing the skills to make this dream a reality. Hopefully this tool helps you take action on the valuable advice Cal Newport shares throughout his book. Take the first step in building industry-relevant skills aligned with your passions by trying our software for free today. Thanks for watching today's video where we covered the book So Good They Can't Ignore You. If you like what you saw, let us know by liking and subscribing to the channel. It really helps us in the algorithm to find more people who can benefit from this type of information. If you have other books that you'd like the team to review, let us know down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.